Malden, Massachusetts almost never makes the list when people search for Boston suburbs. But that's a huge mistake because Malden gives you more space, lower prices, and a direct train into the city, a combo that's getting harder and harder to find anywhere in Greater Boston. The catch though, if you don't understand how Malden really works, you could end up overpaying in the wrong neighborhood or missing the upside that locals are already known about. I'm Kimberlee Meserve, and I've spent nearly a decade helping people buy and sell homes across Greater Boston. I've worked with everyone from first-time buyers to families relocating from across the country, and I've seen what makes each suburb really work and where people end up with regrets. Stick around because I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Malden and why this overlooked suburb might be one of the smartest moves you can make in 2025. Let's start with what matters for most any Boston suburb. Can you actually get where you need to go? The answer with Malden is absolutely yes. You've got two Orange Line stops, Oak Grove and Malden Center, that put you downtown in 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm talking door-to-door downtown Boston, not just close to downtown. That's faster than driving from almost any suburb, especially during rush hour. If you drive, you've got easy access to I-93 and Route 1. The problem though is that everyone else has that same access, so traffic gets ugly fast during peak commuting hours. I tell my clients if your job requires driving into the city during rush hour, factor in 45 minutes to an hour each way. But if you can take the T, you're golden. Here's where location gets really interesting in Malden. It's not all the same. If you're near Malden Center, you can walk to restaurants, the tea, coffee shops. It feels urban adjacent. Move out towards the edges and it feels a lot more suburban with single family homes that have actual yards. You get to choose your vibe based on exactly where you land. My hot take is that Malden is one of the few suburbs where you can own a home with a yard and still take the T downtown. That combination is disappearing everywhere else in Greater Boston. People in Cambridge are paying twice as much for half the space just to keep that T access. Now let's talk about money, because this is probably why you're really here. Malden is significantly more affordable than Cambridge, Somerville, and Medford. We're talking $100,000 to $200,000 less for comparable properties. That's real money that stays in your pocket or goes towards a bigger down payment. This housing stock here is diverse. You've got classic New England style triple deckers, those 3-story homes that are perfect for families or investors, condos for first-time home buyers or downsizers, and single-family homes with actual yards. Plus, new construction is going up all over the place as developers have finally realized what buyers already figured out. Here's what's happening. As buyers get priced out of closer in markets, they're discovering Malden. I'm seeing families who started looking in Cambridge or Somerville end up in Malden because they can get 3 bedrooms and a yard for what a 2-bedroom condo costs closer to the city. But here's the catch. Prices are rising as word gets out. Properties that sold for $400,000 3 years ago are now going for $500,000 to $550,000. It's still affordable compared to most Boston suburbs, but that window is closing. My hot take is if you want space without paying Newton or Arlington prices, Malden is one of the last places you'll find it, for now. But for now is the key phrase. That smart money is already moving into this area. Here's where Malden surprises people. This isn't just a place to sleep before you commute somewhere else. Malden Center has a real downtown feel. You've got restaurants, coffee shops, breweries. It's walkable and it's growing. New businesses are opening because foot traffic is increasing as more people move into the area. But the real gem here is the food scene. Malden has one of the most diverse immigrant populations in Massachusetts, and that shows up on every street corner. Vietnamese food that rivals anything in Boston, Chinese restaurants that locals guard like secrets, Brazilian bakeries, Middle Eastern markets. You're not getting chain restaurants, you're getting authentic food at neighborhood prices. For the outdoorsy people, you've got the Middlesex Fells Reservation right in your backyard. We're talking 2,500 acres of hiking trails, mountain biking, rock climbing. It's like having a state park as your neighbor, except it's free and you don't have to drive anywhere to access it. The community piece is huge. Malden hosts festivals, farmers markets, community events, but it's not a forced small town charm. It's organic because the community is genuinely diverse and engaged. My hot take is that Malden has more cultural variety than many suburbs that cost twice as much. You're not paying premium prices for manufactured charm. You're getting real community and authentic experiences. Quick pause. If you are thinking about moving to Greater Boston, Malden, or anywhere else, I've put together a free relocation guide that breaks down neighborhoods, costs, and the mistakes to avoid. Scan the QR code on your screen or click the link in the description below. Make sure you grab it before you start your search, because the wrong neighborhood choice can cost you years of regret and tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, let's get back to the video. I want to address the elephant in the room: schools, because that's usually the first question families ask. Malden public schools have a mixed reputation. They're not Lexington or Brookline. Some schools are stronger than others, and some programs are excellent while others need work. It's improving in areas, but it is inconsistent. However, you've got access to private and Catholic schools if that's your preference. And here's something that a lot of people overlook: school quality isn't just about test scores, it's about fit, resources, and community. Some families find that Malden's diverse environment gives their kids experiences that they wouldn't have gotten in other districts. Speaking of diversity, Malden is one of the most multicultural suburbs in Massachusetts. We're talking genuine diversity: economic, ethnic, cultural. Your kids grow up understanding that the world is bigger than one perspective, and that's valuable in ways that don't show up on standardized test scores. The community aspect here is strong. People choose to live here, not just end up here. There are community gardens, neighborhood associations, local businesses that know their customers. It feels connected in a way that some of the more expensive suburbs don't. My hot take is that Malden schools definitely aren't Lexington or Brookline, but its diversity and affordability can make it more attractive for families who value community and cultural richness as much as they value test scores. Plus, you can always supplement with tutoring or private options using the money that you save on housing. Let's be honest about what you're getting into and what you're giving up. The pros are clear: affordability compared to closer in suburbs, direct T access to downtown Boston, genuine diversity and community, outdoor access through the Fells, growing food and entertainment scenes, and really more space for your money. The cons are real too. School reputation varies by school and program. Traffic can be brutal if you're driving during rush hour, and it's not as polished or quaint as places like Winchester or Melrose. Some of the areas do feel a lot more urban adjacent than suburban peaceful. Here's the thing though: perfect suburbs don't exist, especially at reasonable prices. Every choice involves trade-offs. The question is whether Malden's trade-offs work for your specific situation and priorities. In my opinion, people complain about Malden, but then they keep watching it grow because the fundamentals are just too strong. Location, affordability, and community. That's a combination that works for a lot of people, even though it's not perfect on paper. So who should actually consider Malden? Well, Malden is really best for commuters who want space and affordability without giving up city access, people who value diversity and authentic community over manufactured charm, first-time buyers who want to own rather than rent, families who prioritize practical benefits over prestige, and buyers who got priced out of Cambridge, Somerville, or closer in suburbs but still want that T access. Malden is not ideal for families who want top-tier schools and are willing to pay premium prices for them, buyers who prefer historic New England charm over practical, diverse communities, people who need to drive everywhere and want easy highway access without traffic. Welcome to Massachusetts. Anyone who's looking for a status suburb address, this isn't the place. Here's my assessment though, is if you're looking for a perfect, polished suburb with everything figured out, Malden isn't it. But if you want a suburb with upside, real community, and room to grow, it should absolutely be on your radar. The upside case is this: you're getting in a place that's still affordable, but has all the ingredients for long-term growth. T access, diversity, outdoor access, proximity to Boston, and so much room for improvement. 5 years from now, people will be talking about Malden in the way that they talk about Somerville now, as a place that was affordable until everyone figured it out. If you're serious about moving to the Boston area, let's talk. My team and I have helped hundreds of people relocate here successfully, and we would love to help you figure out if Malden or another suburb is the right fit for your specific situation and goals. My contact information is in the description to set up a no-pressure call with us. We'll give you honest advice about neighborhoods, timing, and strategy based on what you actually need, not just what's trendy. And if you want to see how Malden stacks up against other Boston suburbs, check out this video right here. It covers the top 10 suburbs in Greater Boston. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.